And now we're going into the question and answer session. I have advised each of the panelists that they have 8 minutes to answer 5 questions, so we'll be here until a while. But I'm just joking. They have 2 minutes to answer 2 questions. So we will start with Aileen Satushek.
Well, actually, I have 2 questions that I think I can answer very, very quickly. The first one is, are there provisions in the existing legislation that will allow states to develop their own single-payer plans? And the short answer is yes. But I don't know the full details, but it is definitely a possibility. Whereas before, there were some impediments in the way. Okay, the second question is, what part of every dollar will be spent on healthcare in 2025? Well, according to a speech I heard by President Obama, and also figures published by the Federal Budget Office, we will spend 25 cents of every dollar in 2025 on healthcare unless major cost-cutting provisions are implemented. So that's the answer to my 2 questions, and I'll pass the mic on.
All right, I have 3 questions, but 2 of them are pretty similar. The first one is, do we have to have a state income tax to receive tax cuts for insurance coverage? Answer that is no. We don't need an estate income tax, but as Dr. Cover-Bold's already said, there's a very good reason to have that separate from that. And then there's 2 questions that are similar. One is, do you have any practical ways of crossing the aisle? And then the other one is, how do you counter the opposition's lies for improved health care? For example, yelling out socialism in death panels. Anyway, so I think those questions are linked. Because the question is how to communicate to people who don't necessarily have the same information or inclination as you do. And I think the top way to do that is empathy. You have to really feel the other person, and you have to think like they're thinking, because most people aren't overtly mean, and they aren't overtly trying to damage the system. So what is key is that you don't sort of conflict with them and send them into a place where they're not listening to, doesn't matter what you say. You have to engage them on their level, and you have to sort of just talk to them in a way that doesn't get their hackles up, and then present some information that then can sort of help. It's not a one-step process. You're not going to go to your person who completely disagrees with everything that this is about, and in one session turn them completely. But what you can do is sort of chip away at it over time, and if you and enough people start saying similar things, then that person might start questioning where they're coming from, as long as they don't feel attacked, and as long as it doesn't feel like like you're engaging them in an unfair way. So those are the 2 questions that I